Shalom, Kal Halalium, La Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Recha Kodash. Double honor to the elder apostles of the Great Millstone GMS who rule well, who teach well. Peace, blessings, and salutations to the elect. Adawan Ratazar, that is to say, Lord willing. So, Lord willing, this lesson is edifying. And yeah, okay, trending right now. Okay, and there's going to be more updates regarding this, as you can see from your screen. All right, earthquake took place in Istanbul, which is the capital of Turkey. All right, it actually used to be called Constantinople until they changed it to Istanbul in 1930. Okay, and Constantinople goes back to the time when we ruled during the Dark Ages. All right, so look, you can see updates from Al Jazeera, Turkey earthquake. All right, 151 hurt jumping from buildings amid earthquake, man. Okay, 6.2 magnitude. Yeah. All right. And again, we Israelites, we ruled during the Dark Ages, man. Right? You had the line of the Constantines, right? And you also had the Ottoman Turks, which were all right. Like Mehmed the Conqueror, all right, who ordered Vlad Tepes or Vlad the Impaler, the Wallachian ruler of Romania, right? He ordered him to pay homage to him personally, all right. But Vlad actually, captured and impaled the Sultan's two envoys. Then in 1462, he even attacked Ottoman territory, all right, massacring tens of thousands of Turks and Muslim Bulgarians as well, man. All right. Then Mehmed launched a campaign against Wallachia, to replace Vlad. All right, to replace Vlad with his younger brother Radu. Remember, both Vlad and Radu, and his, who were brothers, they were held as hostages, in the Ottoman Empire, so they were, exposed, to the Ottoman culture and stuff like that. But Radu was more immersed into it, man. All right, and Vlad also learned, uh, close combat and was educated in warfare as well. Okay. He also reigned over Wallachia three times. First in 1448, second in 1456 to 1462, then lastly from 1475 to 1476 or 77. When he was deleted, all right, or assassinated. Yeah, but Constantinople, that fell to the Ottomans in 1453. All right, and that was actually part of the Byzantine Empire, Constantinople, which was again when the Israelites were ruling. See, we ruled all over Europe, but this is something they would never ever teach in school. All right. Okay. Book of Revelation, chapter 20 and verse 1, and it reads, "And I saw an angel come down from heaven, having the key of the bottomless pit and a great chain in his hand." And the bottomless pit is Europe, right? Lack of resources here. Okay. Verse 2, "And he laid hold on the dragon, that old serpent, which is the devil and Satan, and bound him 1,000 years." Okay, this 1,000 years, is bound for that they call it the so-called Dark Ages when we were in rulership. Okay, the Vikings, the Anglo-Saxons, all right? Byzantine Empire, that's us. Okay, that's our history. All right. Verse 3, "And cast him into the bottomless pit and shut him up and set a seal upon him that he should deceive the nations no more, till the 1,000 years should be fulfilled, and after that he must be loosed a little season." Okay. So yeah. Till the 1,000 years should be fulfilled. Okay. And when was that fulfilled? It was the Renaissance around 1453. Okay. And after that, he must be loosed a little season. All right, a little season. So, we're living in that little season now. He is at the end of his rulership, man. Okay, this little season is coming to an end. All right, so this is biblical history. All right, the word Renaissance means rebirth. Okay, there's something called Renaissance art in which he whitewashed, the dark images. Watch this. William Shakespeare. You've heard of him. Everyone knows him. But you see, they know him as this. You see that image to the right and just beneath? That so-called white image? But these are, these dark images, more of an accurate depiction. See? The whitewashed, great Israelite figures. All right? See that? So there's many examples. Okay. Mozart, the German composer. Okay. So these are just examples, man. All right. That reminds me of a scripture in the Apocrypha in the book of First Maccabees, chapter 3. Lord willing, they don't take this video down. All right. In verse 48. And it reads, and laid open the book of the law wherein the heathen had sought to paint the likeness of their images. You see, so that's what they did, right, through their Renaissance art. Okay. That's what he did. Look at this. A finger of God. All right. That's Adam, representation of, Adam touching the Most High. Okay. All right. And this was painted by, Michelangelo. So, that's what these decrepit devils do, man. You see? I know it's in Habakkuk. Habakkuk chapter 2 verse 4, behold, his soul which is lifted up is not upright in him, but the just shall live by his faith. Yes, these devils are the wrongins. They're not upright, man. They're just wicked to the core. You see? With his rod out, man. That damn finger of God. Naked with his rod out. See, they put them up as Caucasian men. Alright? But the truth is coming out, man. Alright? So, yeah. See? So, yeah, they're all reporting on it now. Strong, powerful earthquake shakes Istanbul. Dozens hurt jumping off. Alright? Buildings left shaking, of course. You see? So, yeah. And not too long ago, there was a massive earthquake in Turkey, Syria, in which the unalivement toll, I've got to say it like that, okay, was over 56,000. That was just a couple of years ago. So it's not a coincidence that the Lord is, licking up Turkey like that. Look at the history of it. The Renaissance art, fall of Constantinople. So these are signs of the times, man. Okay? And this is what Yahushua said in the book of Mark. Gospel of Mark, chapter 13 and verse 7. And it reads, and when you shall hear of wars and rumors of wars, be you not troubled, for such things must needs be, but the end shall not be yet. So when you hear about, the wars and rumors of wars, the end is not just yet. Okay? We hear of skirmishes, all right, happening. All right, wars in Ukraine. All right. China sent back planes in order from the US in retaliation over the Trump tariffs. Okay. And China also detonated a non-nuclear hydrogen bomb recently. All right. And guess what happened today? Moscow, all right, barred 21 British lawmakers from entering the country. You see? Yeah. Today, Wednesday, the 23rd of April. All right. Because of their stance towards, Moscow, man. Okay. And you can't forget the conflict over there in the so-called Middle East. Scripture talks about, strangers fighting over our land. All right. Strangers, devouring our land, in our presence. Okay. The Lord did say he would make, Jerusalem a burdensome stone. Okay. Verse 8, for nation shall rise against nation and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be earthquakes, exactly like we're reading now, in diverse places, and there shall be famines, natural famines, man-made famines, okay, and troubles. These are the beginning of sorrows. All right, and don't forget about pestilences as well. Okay. There's this flesh-eating, sexual transmitted infection where if you lay with a woman, you can contract it. All right. And that's a pestilence. Again, famines, food shortages, Trump laying down these tariffs causing the price of food to increase. All right. Ecclesiastes chapter 7, verse 14. Enjoy prosperity, All right, enjoy prosperity while you can, but when hard times strike, realize that both come from Yahweh. Remember that nothing is certain in this life. All right, so when the king of terror starts judging and you know calamity comes, all right, and whether this is a natural earthquake or a man-made one, either way, it's still Yahweh. What Yahweh Shai is doing, okay. But when people are comfortable and things are fine for them, they don't consider their ways. So when disaster strikes, that's when they're confounded. They're like, hold on a minute, what's going on here? All right, and the Lord does control the wicked through His technology. Okay, we're not ignorant to Satan's devices. Okay, and Scripture also talks about spirits created for vengeance. All right. So while these people are enjoying their dinners, their teas, next thing you know, that they're legging it out of the restaurant, legging it out of the cafe. All right, things moving side to side, shaking. All right, and people are like, what's going on here? What's happening here? See, so it's the Lord that creates bad times. All right. Let's go to the book of the prophet Isaiah, chapter 29, verse 6, which reads, "You shall be visited of the Lord," and thou is an old English word for you, all right, "shall be visited of the Lord Yahweh of hosts, Lord of armies, with thunder and with earthquake and great noise, with storm and tempest and the flame of devouring fire." That's right. So the Lord is visiting the earth in which He made, man. Okay, remember the Lord is a man of war, the Lord is His name, right? So He's waging weather warfare as well, you see. So yeah, the Lord did that earthquake, all right? So all these plans of these people, that goes out the window when calamity strikes, okay? The hopes and everything just vanishes. Proverbs chapter 14, verse 3, and it reads, "In the mouth of the foolish is a rod of pride, but the lips of the wise shall preserve them." You see? Point is, in the mouth of the foolish is the rod of pride, yeah? The hopes and dreams and pride of these people will crumble. All right? You see? So yeah, there's going to be updates regarding this. All right? It's happened today, so yeah. It's going to be, more, the deletion toll is going to increase and things like that. And, more information is going to come out. But with that, I'm going to say shalom.